Can a hometown hero transform Toronto's World Series dreams into dynasty reality, or are the Blue Jays about to swing and miss on baseball's biggest prize? The baseball world is buzzing with electricity tonight, and for good reason. The Toronto Blue Jays, fresh off their stunning American League championship run, have just rolled out the red carpet for one of the game's most electrifying talents. Kyle Tucker, the four-time All-Star and former Houston Astros cornerstone, touched down in Dunedin, Florida this week, and what happened next has sent shockwaves through the entire league. This isn't just another free agent visit. This is a statement. This is the reigning AL champions declaring to the baseball universe that they're not satisfied with simply reaching the mountaintop. They want to plant their flag and stay there. And according to MLB insider Jon Morosi, who dropped a bombshell on MLB Network Thursday, the possibility of Tucker donning Blue Jays blue is not only real, it's legitimate. Here's where this story gets absolutely fascinating. Tucker isn't just visiting any spring training facility. He's visiting a complex that sits a mere 23 miles from Plant High School in Tampa, Florida, his alma mater, his roots, his home. As Morosi eloquently put it during his network appearance, this is his hometown, and you could see how the fit would be a good one. Think about that for a moment. While other teams might promise Tucker the moon, the Blue Jays can offer something infinitely more valuable: the chance to be a champion while staying close to where his journey began. Every spring training, every workout, every preparation for the grueling season ahead would happen in the place he calls home. That's not just a recruiting pitch, that's a lifestyle proposition. But sentiment alone doesn't win championships or sign nine-figure contracts. What makes this potential union truly explosive is the on-field synergy. The Blue Jays aren't just another team hoping to contend. They're the reigning American League champions with a roster primed for sustained excellence. As Morosi emphasized, you have the reigning American League champions, the team that is clearly committed to winning. Let's break down exactly how Tucker would slot into this championship caliber roster, because the chess moves here are absolutely brilliant. Picture this outfield. Kyle Tucker patrolling one corner, the defensively elite Dalton Varsho holding down center field, and the power-hitting Anthony Santander manning the other corner. That's not just an outfield, that's a defensive fortress with offensive firepower that would make opposing pitchers lose sleep. But the ripple effects throughout the lineup are where this gets truly intriguing. With Tucker locked into the outfield, the Blue Jays' infield configuration crystallizes beautifully. Addison Barger transitions into the full-time third base role, allowing him to establish himself as a cornerstone piece. Ernie Clement takes over second base duties full-time, bringing his steady glove and improving bat to the keystone position. And here's the kicker. Andres Gimenez shifts to shortstop, arguably his most natural defensive position. This isn't roster Tetris. This is roster optimization at its finest. Every piece fits. Every player maximizes their potential. Every position strengthens the whole. Tucker's resume speaks volumes about what he'd bring to Toronto. Despite battling injuries during his stint with the Chicago Cubs last season after being traded from Houston, he still managed a .266 batting average with 22 home runs and 73 RBIs. Those are down-year numbers for Tucker, and they're still impressive. When healthy, this is a player who's earned 4 All-Star selections, 2 Silver Slugger Awards, and a Gold Glove. He's not just talented, he's elite, proven, and battle-tested. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: money. Can the Blue Jays actually afford to add Tucker after already committing $210 million to Dylan Cease and $30 million to Cody Ponce this offseason? The answer, remarkably, appears to be a resounding yes. The Blue Jays' magical run to the World Series didn't just capture hearts, it filled coffers. The unprecedented playoff revenue has fundamentally altered Toronto's financial landscape, and team president and CEO Mark Shapiro made that crystal clear during the year-end press conference. What is clear is that we've had an unprecedented level of support, and I don't see that support going backwards at all, Shapiro declared. Those aren't empty words. Those are the words of an executive who's been given the green light to go all in. The Blue Jays have already demonstrated their willingness to spend aggressively, And Tucker represents the crown jewel that could transform a championship contender into a dynasty. General Manager Ross Atkins echoed this aggressive posture during the GM meetings, practically radiating enthusiasm about the off-season possibilities. "I love this time of the year," Atkins said. "It's so efficient. It's an extremely productive time to have this many people in the room, on the agent side and on the team side, to start to cut to the chase a little bit and learn where the priorities are and where the opportunities may be." Translation: the Blue Jays are hunting big game, and they're not planning to return empty-handed. Of course, the Blue Jays aren't operating in a vacuum. Tucker is the top free agent available on the market, and that means every team with championship aspirations and financial flexibility is circling. MLB insider Robert Murray of Fansided confirmed Tucker's Dunedin visit, noting that the Blue Jays are once again examining the big game market, evidenced by bringing in Tucker for a visit. The competition will be fierce. Deep-pocketed franchises from coast to coast will make their pitches. Some will offer more money. Others will promise shorter commutes or bigger markets. But here's what they can't offer: the unique combination of championship pedigree, roster fit, hometown proximity, and organizational momentum that Toronto brings to the table. Currently, the Blue Jays hold the 7th best odds to win the World Series according to major sportsbooks. Adding Tucker would undoubtedly vault them higher up those rankings. This is a team that's already proven it can reach the pinnacle. Tucker could be the difference between reaching it again and staying there. Step back for a moment and consider what a Tucker signing would represent for the broader baseball landscape. The Blue Jays would be making an unmistakable declaration. The American League runs through Toronto. They'd be assembling a roster with multiple All-Stars, Gold Glove defenders, and proven postseason performers. They'd be building something sustainable, something special, something that could dominate for years to come. For Tucker, the decision comes down to more than just dollars and cents. Yes, he'll command a massive contract, potentially in the $300 to $350 million range over 8 or 9 years. But at this stage of his career, with his talent and accomplishments already established, legacy matters. Does he want to be the hired gun who chases the biggest paycheck? Or does he want to be the hometown hero who brings sustained championship glory to a franchise and fan base that's hungry for more? The Blue Jays' pitch is compelling precisely because it offers both. They have the financial resources to pay Tucker what he's worth. They have the roster to maximize his talents and compete for championships immediately. They have the location that allows him to stay connected to his roots. And they have the organizational vision to build something lasting. When John Morosi says there's a legitimate possibility of Tucker joining the Blue Jays, that's not insider speak for a long shot. That's a respected analyst with deep connections throughout baseball telling us that this could actually happen. The visit wasn't ceremonial. The interest is mutual. The fit is undeniable. Will it happen? That remains to be seen. Free agency is unpredictable, and Tucker will undoubtedly field multiple compelling offers. Other teams will make their cases. Bidding wars could erupt. Unexpected suitors could emerge. But here's what we know for certain. The Toronto Blue Jays are swinging for the fences. They're not content with their World Series appearance. They're not satisfied with being good. They want to be great, and they're willing to invest whatever it takes to get there. Kyle Tucker represents more than just an elite player. He represents the Blue Jays' championship ambitions crystallized into one transformative signing. He's the type of player who elevates everyone around him, who performs in the biggest moments, who turns contenders into champions. The next few weeks will reveal whether Toronto can close the deal. But one thing is already clear: the Blue Jays are all in, and baseball is better for it. What do you think? Is Kyle Tucker the perfect fit for the Blue Jays championship window? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and smash that like button if you're as excited as we are about Toronto's aggressive pursuit of baseball's biggest prize. This off-season is shaping up to be absolutely electric, and we'll be here covering every twist and turn.